Peter Parker's life completely falls apart after Quentin Beck exposes him as Spider-Man to the entire world and falsely accuses him of murder. Overnight, Peter becomes the center of controversy, with the media turning him into public enemy number one. Even though lawyer Matt Murdock manages to get the legal charges dropped, the damage to Peter's personal life is already done. Peter, MJ, and Ned all lose their chance to enter MIT because of the chaos surrounding Spider-Man. Desperate to fix everything, Peter visits Dr. Stephen Strange at the New York Sanctum. Strange agrees to cast a powerful spell that will erase the world's memory of Peter being Spider-Man. But during the spell, Peter keeps interrupting and changing the conditions because he still wants certain people like MJ, Ned, and Aunt May to remember him. The unstable spell breaks apart, forcing Strange to contain it before it destroys reality itself. Things get even worse when Peter is suddenly attacked on a highway bridge by Dr. Otto Octavius. During the battle, Peter's iron spider technology takes control of Octavius's mechanical arms, allowing Peter to stop him. Moments later, another dangerous figure appears, Norman Osborn, also known as the Green Goblin. Strange quickly brings Peter back to the Sanctum and reveals the horrifying truth. The corrupted spell has pulled people from other universes into their world, specifically people who know Spider-Man's identity. Peter, MJ, and Ned begin tracking down these multiversal visitors. They eventually locate Electro and Sandman at an abandoned military facility, while Strange holds the captured villains inside magical cells. As Peter listens to their stories, he realizes something tragic. Most of them were taken from their universes moments before their deaths. Strange believes the only solution is to send them back immediately, even if it means they die. But Peter refuses to accept that fate. Believing everyone deserves a second chance, Peter steals Strange's spell and traps him inside the mirror dimension. He takes the villains to Happy Hogan's apartment and begins working on cures to remove the powers and corruption that turned them into monsters. Peter successfully restores Dr. Octopus back to normal, but before he can save the others, Norman Osborn's Green Goblin personality takes over once again. The Goblin manipulates the villains into rebelling against Peter, turning the apartment into complete chaos. During the brutal fight, Aunt May is critically injured. As Peter holds her in his arms, she delivers the words that define Spider-Man forever: "With great power, there must also come great responsibility." Moments later, May dies, leaving Peter emotionally shattered. At his lowest point, Peter isolates himself, overwhelmed by grief and rage. Meanwhile, Ned accidentally discovers he can open magical portals using Dr. Strange's sling ring. While searching for Peter, Ned and MJ instead find two alternate Spider-Men from different universes. One is an older, more experienced Peter Parker, while the other carries the pain of losing Gwen Stacy years earlier. When the three Spider-Men finally meet, they bond over their shared tragedies and losses. They remind Peter that pain and sacrifice are part of being Spider-Man, but giving up would dishonor the people they lost. Inspired by Aunt May's final words, the three heroes work together to create cures for every villain. Their final battle takes place at the Statue of Liberty, where the multiverse itself begins tearing apart. One by one, the villains are cured and restored to their normal selves. Dr. Octopus regains control of his mind, Electro loses his dangerous powers, Sandman returns to human form, and the Lizard is cured as well. But the Green Goblin remains the greatest threat. Consumed by anger, Peter nearly kills Norman Osborn in revenge for May's death. However, the older Spider-Man stops him before he crosses the line. Instead of giving in to hate, Peter chooses mercy and cures Norman, finally freeing him from the Goblin's control. At the same time, Dr. Strange struggles to contain the collapsing barriers between universes as countless individuals who know Spider-Man's identity begin breaking through into their reality. Realizing there is only one solution left, Peter makes the ultimate sacrifice. He asks Strange to cast a new spell that will make everyone in the world forget Peter Parker ever existed. The spell succeeds. MJ, Ned, and the rest of the world completely lose their memories of Peter. Even though Peter promised he would remind MJ and Ned who he was, he later decides not to interfere with their peaceful lives. Alone once again, Peter visits Aunt May's grave, accepts the responsibility of his choices, and quietly continues his journey as Spider-Man, with a brand new suit and a fresh start. In a final twist, Eddie Brock is sent back to his universe. but a tiny piece of the Venom symbiote is accidentally left behind, hinting that Spider-Man's future battles are far from over.